make a Mint 21.2 bootable ISO file on a USB drive. So first off, do a search on Linux Mint, and you'll go to their official site, and it'll open up like this, and this just explains the cinnamon version. There's 4 versions. I like the cinnamon one. And this is just a slow example of what some of the updates are. I've been using it for quite a few years. I like it. It doesn't have as much junk running in the background like Windows. I use this bootable to erase my Win 11 Pro on my new mini computer finally, because I dual booted for a while on a separate drive, and Windows kind of stunk on the mini. It's just too much. Everything that I use, like GIMP, Kdenlive video editor, I got a Kdenlive video editor, Audacity, everything works on Mint. So what we're going to do is show you how to make a quick drive, and it might take 5 or 10 minutes. So these are just some examples they're showing right now. There's plenty to read on here on everything, how to install and all that. I'm going to simplify it because with the new ISO setup in Mint, you don't have to use Etcher like I've used Etcher in the past when I had a Windows-based, and it basically transforms the file into an ISO file. Mint has simplified this. You download the ISO file, you do the checksum, and you verify that it's a legitimate right-size ISO file, the one that they downloaded to you. Sometimes the download files from different sites are slow or get corrupted, so that's why you got to do the verify. So that's the big deal. Okay, so here we're getting ready to download, and it's pretty straightforward. I've done it so many times, it's kind of trial and error. So you do the download, boink, and you must pick a site to download from. And the thing is, I don't see this recording, but it is. You got to use one of the mirrors. The mirror is just a repository for Linux Mint. Sometimes they're real busy and it's not cool. Other times it works fine. So you go down here. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to pick one, and I've had really good luck with the James Madison one. And here's a couple that I've loaded down here. And I'm going to go back, and I started one and it was taking way too long. And as you go in, and you can monitor the download time. And what's happening is, if it's too long, just cancel it and pick another mirror site. And it should take about 5 minutes. So, okay, here's one. It says there's 3 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of this in a second and go to the file that I've downloaded. And I'll show you how it works. Okay, here's an ISO file directly from, I could just try to run it, but I wouldn't do that without verifying it. And you're going to see why in a minute. And you do a right click and it says make bootable USB file. You see it says verify? This is going to do everything for you. You don't need Etcher or any of that junk. And this site, they pick a site. And if it doesn't work, just download another one. And right now it's collecting the hexadecimal number, or random generated. It's not random. That file has a number. So I speeded it up a little bit. It says everything looks good. It's a legitimate file. So we're good to go now. So now we're going to write it over to the USB, and it takes it a second to recognize it because I have a You only need a 4 gig USB. I had a 32. I just stuck it on there. And Mint always makes you give permission when you're doing anything that can mess stuff up, which is cool. And right now it's loading. Okay, I sped that up a little bit. Don't want to watch it. It takes 4 or 5 minutes to download it. If the smaller drive, it goes faster. Whatever drive you pick, it's going, unless you have a partition, it's going to wipe out the drive. So if you have a 4 gig around, do it. It says image was successfully written. Okay, and right now I'm going to pause this. When you do, you reboot your computer, and on your BIOS there's an F key, and they're all a little different, that'll get you to a menu where you pick the USB drive. Once you pick it, you can run Mint without loading it. There'll be an icon on the desktop to install. And then, like I said, if you go back and read the previous notes, you can overwrite Windows. That's your first choice. And your second choice would be if you wanted to put the bootloader for Mint into the bootloader for Windows. So every time you boot up, it goes right there and it says, do you want Mint or do you want Windows? That's cool. I have that on my PC. But on the mini PC, I just overwrote Windows. And it works really fast, and it works. That's it. Bye.